Hey everybody, clearing. All right, this is going to be a Divine Feminine check-in. And yeah, let's dive in. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the Divine Feminines? How are they thinking of their connection at this time, about their Divine Masculine? What's on their minds? What's in their hearts about these connections and their counterpart? What are they wishing to manifest? What are the actions the feminines are taking at this time towards the connections? What is the biggest challenge the feminines are facing? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where are the energies going in the next 3 weeks? And some advice for the masculines that may join us here. Okay, conscious mind for the connections. Ooh, High Priest, Hierophant. So what I'm actually getting from this card is that the feminines are prophesying. So believing is seeing, sort of. So the feminines are speaking out what they are being given from Most High, and they are so aligned with it through faith at this point that they are catching themselves saying things that have no grounding in the physical yet. So masculines, your feminines are letting it slip that they have deep confidence that these connections are going to be coming in on a new level, a deeper way. What is the emotion connected? Peace. Yeah, I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. They have peace on their hearts about these connections, and from that place of home. Actually, this is the Sri Yantra, which is the Om. This is what the sound of Om looks like when it vibrates. If you put sand on a table and play a speaker with Om, it will disperse into that pattern. So the feminines have this broadcasting, this manifestation. I just saw 222 on the counter. This peaceful energy emitting from their heart chakra, and from that, the things that they're speaking of are coming into fruition because they are in alignment with the cosmic forces, with the divine will. They're coming into righteousness. What they speak of, I heard, is blemish free. It's blameless. So in some ways you could say that it's free from agenda or control, ownership, but it speaks out an unconditionally loving awareness of where the connections are headed. What do the masculines need to know about this? Abundance. That's the Empress energy. So the first message is your High Priestess, your Empress, your Divine Feminine is rising up out of emotions, out of feelings, and into deep, deep peace. Peace that passes understanding. Peace that is not shakeable. The peace of mastery. Your feminine is no longer in the volatility of being swayed like a ship at sea. They're rising above it. So feminines, when the feminine wants the masculines to come correct, that's such an elusive energy when we start to try and pin down what that really means. We could say that the masculines would like the feminines to show up in a more digestible way, not chasing, not overly emotional. And when we anchor as feminines the masculine polarity within, as masculines the feminine polarity within, we come into balance. We find this peace and we connect. We can connect. We're no longer from Venus and Mars. We can actually interact and connect. So yeah, there seems to be an acknowledgement here, feminines, that your masculine will also be giving you the feedback that you've really come into a level of balance, that is truly abundant. All on your own, feminines. How glorious. But not entirely. You have been connected with this masculine energetically at very least. Okay, what can we see for where the feminines are thinking about their masculine? A gardening card, waiting game. Ooh, blame in the inverse. I accept responsibility for my own well-being. Okay, so feminines are letting time heal all wounds. This is saying, feminines, that you are completely accountable for your perception, your free will, how you interpret things and what you do about them. This is saying that many of the feminines are retracting some blame that has been wrongly put on their masculines in some way here. It could also read as not knowing for sure and therefore not jumping to conclusions, waiting to see without initiating blame. So there's something about this period of spaciousness, your silence, your subdued energy at this time, you taking a step back, masculines, that your feminine isn't filling in the blank with fear stories. They're in this peaceful energy that is not causing more suffering than is needed. They're focusing on their connection to source, to higher power. They're good on their own. What do the masculines need to know? Okay, it's not quite time yet. This is giving you the space to connect with your purpose, masculines. A lot of times the Nine of Wands is the karmic perseverance, but in this deck it says, hold up, not quite yet. I've got this purpose to initiate, and we are seeing that for the masculines, stepping into more of a passionate expression. So yeah, feminines, you're right to not blame your masculines for not showing up for you right now. They are learning to show up for their connection to source, for themselves, to come into it fully. What are we seeing on the heart space? How are the feminines assessing? Wow, they definitely know they want you, masculines. They've chosen you. On the heart space, they are seeing you stepping into your spiritual awareness. That lightning bolt that's coming through these cards. But this is divine masculine, the way I read it, and honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So they are seeing you as now looking for your own truth, masculines. On the heart space, they know, your divine feminine knows they've been looking at their own truth. They see you as equals, as counterparts in this way, that you both walk to the beat of your own drum, but that it's a divine rhythm. Yeah, they see you testing the waters. This card with this snake and this tongue, feeling into, sensitive, attuned to the cutting edge. Your feminine is seeing you emerging as the only spiritually authentic, honest energy that they have ever really been aligned with. You are emerging as unique in their scope, masculines. What do the DMs need to see? Ascension. Yeah, so this is the rising above. When we don't need external proof, when we know, when we're in mastery, we know the God's honest truth. Spiritual mastery is one in the same, aligned with the divine, when free will and divine will merge. And so this is the ascension. We no longer need. This is where we can trust and align with divine counterparts and be safe in love, be grounded in love, because we've done the work, we've purified, we've become righteous to warrant coming in together. We've ascended. So this is the ascension process where the two are set apart and confirmed because of inner confirmation with the divine and the outer confirmation confirming what is already anchored internally. So the more we anchor these honest, righteous truths internally, the more we see it revealed in the world, mirrored back to us. So the feminines are very much seeing these things without having to have conversations with you about it to confirm. They're anchoring that in. They're ascending sufficiently where they can see this on their own. What can we see for how they're viewing their masculine? Wow, there are the two wands and happiness. I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. So feminines are taking care of what makes them happy every single day, including how they want to receive the blessing that they've been finding along the way on the journey here. Even if it's not a direct, mutual, unified process, full sacred union, the feminines are still receiving the blessing of this connection wholeheartedly, more so than they've ever done with anyone else, masculines. Because what you offer them is divinely aligned, it can go soul deep. What do the masculines need to know? The star, this is part of the destined path. Star-crossed lovers, I heard. So there is a cosmic alignment coming in. When we leave the world, we transcend, we ascend out of the mundane interpretations of reality. We head for the stars. And masculines, your feminine on the heart space goes into that level of galactic, cosmic, ecstatic frequency with you in their heart space. You are so delightfully exactly what tickles them pink. Oh, it's so cute. Masculines, your feminines are smitten. But it's not just your good looks and charm. It's your soul. It's your soul, masculines. These feminines really love who you're becoming. Your soul. What can we see for how these feminines are wishing to manifest going forward? We get 10 of Cups. So this is the ultimate emotional fulfillment, happiness, peace. I'm getting also that the feminines are accepting that they are seeing extraordinary lives available to them. And we get Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So the feminines are not so concerned about naysayers or people criticizing, saying, who do they think they are? What gives them the right to live this life or buck the norms like that? These feminines are going for it. They're not holding back. They don't want to play small, masculines. These feminines want heaven on earth. What do you need to know about this? Oh, 9 of Crystals. This is the feminine in the garden waiting. This is the Empress, I've been told, waiting for the Emperor to arrive. And so, yes, these feminines know on what level they wish to experience reality, and they do feel you are the one that can match them in that frequency, masculines. They're not going to settle. They're not going to give away their energy to anybody who can't meet them there. No offense to anyone who can't meet them there, but they do reserve their energy for you, masculines. I'm drawn to the owl here and the star. Like, your feminine especially thinks of you at night. without ceasing. You are part of your feminine psyche, consciousness, awareness, mastery. What are the actions the feminines are taking? Kindness, presence, hope, resilience, showing up, balance, and trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So it's like the feminines have beginner's eyes in everything, yet they have a connection to source, so they can travel lightly like this little fawn and know that they will be protected in all things. They've been cultivating listening to the voice of the divine so they can flow through life spontaneously, free, happy, alert, in peace. Ooh, masculines, adept of flames. This is the Knight of Wands, but there is a balanced solar plexus chakra here. The eyes. So masculines, you might be feeling a kick up of the sensual energies that's truly sacred, truly empowered, not in a power imbalance, a hierarchy, a dominance. You're not forcing masculinity here. This is the product of a journey of conscious love. You have hit a balance point, masculines, where you now see how empowering these connections are. You can't say or do the wrong thing with the right person. You've met your match and you're letting that sink in. There's a new conviction here in this energy, feminines. And it is about you being unencumbered and in the present moment, magnetic. What can we see for the biggest challenge these feminines are facing? Overcoming anxiety in the name of balance, peace. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay, so the feminines are really putting down negative thinking and criticisms, not critical thinking. Mastery demands that we have good critical thinking, but critical thinking, criticisms are being released of self and other. This is anxiety that is being overcome, and the feminines are seeing their balance beginning to come in, this peace that they are finding more and more. What do the masculines need to know about this challenge? Oh, okay, so this is an offer from you, masculines. Stability, support, wow, gratitude, appreciation, acknowledgement. This might be a compliment at how sane, balanced, grounded, peaceful, real, authentic your feminine is. So feminines, your masculines might have no choice but to actually tell you how much they appreciate you and who you are and how you handle yourself and your dealings in the world. They see you so deeply for who you are. And yeah, masculines, if you're watching this, it might be a really delightful surprise to have you actually, acknowledge that you see your feminine on these levels, and to be at their level, to acknowledge that. It takes one to know one kind of energy. What can we see for the solution to this challenge? So yeah, positive encouragement for your feminines who are, making it out of their karma and into these higher timelines. What is the solution? Oh, yeah, unconditional love and self-esteem. So feminines, you can overcome all things. You don't have to be stuck in indecision or a war internally with your head and heart. Anxiety is when our hearts know something to be true, yet our minds are contradicting it. And typically we get into a loop with anxiety when we're almost refusing to adjust our thinking or have no tools to move our thoughts into alignment with our heart, and it's just this impossible problem. Love is winning over those things. Forgiveness, that peace. This is deeply healing to the nervous system. It's deeply affecting the emotional assessments, responses. The relationship to the feminine's emotions is being calibrated, balanced. And self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit myself and others. Yeah, so this is the unconditional love that is the true highest gift of the soul. Fear is of the world. Love is of the soul, of the eternal. And when the feminines anchor this wisdom, lens of love, that is the ultimate beneficial energy for self and other. When we love ourselves enough to express on that level, to see, to interact on that level, that is cause for the healthiest self-esteem, because it's life-affirming. So this is the solution to the anxiety, is breathing life into things, loving into healing. What can we see for the masculines? Yes. The same yin yang. Yeah. What goes around comes around. So this is a tandem effort. Masculines, you are so appreciated on this journey. And yeah, I do see with this offering of appreciation that it's just going to generate more flow, more love now that we're getting on the same page where we can encourage each other like this within these connections without fear, without feeling overwhelmed, without thinking it's going to have to demand more than we can offer at any given time. This is unconditional love for unconditional love's sake. And that is beautiful. What is about in the next few weeks? Epiphanies about regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Okay, we are in an active repair stage. So the Hanged One is when the universe sort of grinds to a halt and we're kind of like, oh, where did the momentum go? It lets us catch our breath. And so there are unresolved regrets or misinterpretations of things that have happened in the past. And it's like the universe is slowing down a little bit so that we can set the record straight, so that we're not tethered to the past. We're not anchored to uncertain assessments of what's happened. So we're going to be getting epiphanies about things that we didn't interpret in the highest of light, so that once we see the truth in them, we can let it rest and wipe the slate clear and have radical forgiveness, clarity, and forward motion. What do the masculines need to know? 4 of Chalices. Okay, so here's the feminine sitting on the rock wishing on a star, and look at this dolphin, the DM, coming in here with this unconditional cup of love, this acknowledgement, this free-flowing gift, gesture. This could be considered a Christmas star for those who resonate. All right, let's get which deck. Okay, we're gonna get one message. What can the feminines say to the masculines here? What do you want? And 1 wand. Okay, so the wands are the life purpose, but also the most phallic symbol in the deck. So the feminines are looking deep within and wondering what the weather report is for the sensual connection, where you're at on your journey, what your heart's desires, what your soul is saying is right at this time, masculines, where you are at with your purpose, with your transition from the woes and cares of the world to a divinely guided, inspired life. They would just like, to have a confirmation, but they don't need it. A lot of this reading is talking about the feminines coming to peace with being able to read the room, read the energy, let it really deeply be known within them. So, I have to say, it's not in the upright, like, asking it of you. It is deeply internalized. So they're probably just feeling into where you're at and not actually needing that confirmation, although it's nice. We are meant to encourage each other, but this is more of a curiosity about where they are feeling into you being at this time. And what would the masculines say to the feminines? I just saw, I'm a very jealous person, and do you even care? Okay, so, and words do hurt. Oh, the blue. So masculines are processing some tough emotions here. So feminines are in really composure and coming into peace. I think this is because the feminines have anchored this so the masculines can have a turn at really being honest with their emotions and processing any of the last insecurities. As we do the final healing that allows us to step onto our life path, our purpose, our higher calling, we do get in touch with our emotions more accurately. It's part of the guidance system that allows us to know ourselves very, very deeply. So it is a necessary part of coming into mastery to be able to know ourselves on all those levels. And so, yeah, masculines, don't be too hard on yourself if you have more uncertainty than what your feminine seems to have here. Take it to heart that your feminine really authentically loves you, and then take a deep breath and understand, no matter what it looks like, your feminine chooses you, they desire you, they love you, and they know this is a process and they are here for it. But it does look like a little bit more communication is starting to come in about the good stuff. Okay, many blessings everyone. Bye for now.